Your life depends on this one thing. And I bet you're not doing it. Hello, welcome back. My name is Katie. Welcome to currently 30 days of daily vlogs. We'll see how it's going after 30 days. We'll see how that feels. But if you're new here, hi! I'm showing up on the internet to try and make a difference, make a positive difference to people and be the virtual bestie. And my free self-love guide is in my bio. You can go and pick it up as a New Year's gift from me to you. Here's the thing that you're not doing. Like your life depends on it. Are you ready? You're not taking care of yourself. Self-care is literally the most important thing you should be doing. You are the most important thing you will ever own. And I see so many people who act like they are number 14 on their list of things to do. Your life literally depends on you showing up for you. And I'm just going to let that sit there just for a second. Just be in it for a minute. Your life depends on you showing up for you. So let me ask you a question. Are you? Probably not. Because so many of us don't show up for ourselves. We don't put our health goals first. We don't put our nutrition and wellness goals first. We put our mental health goals, at the back of the list. And even when we run ragged, the whole phrase, you can't pour from an empty cup. You cannot. And yet we are the centrifugal force of our own life. Only we can be in charge of our own destiny and our own success and our families and our home life and our bills and our ever-mounting pile of laundry. So why the hell do we run ourselves into the ground and we think self-care is a bubble bath? That's hygiene, babe. That's a cat. Did say they're just a daily part of these videos. Self-care is way more than a half an hour bubble bath. There was a thing I heard years ago, and it's like the burnt toast thing. And I think Terry Hatcher off of Desperate Housewives said it. And it was like mums and burnt toast. Like if mums make a plate of toast, they will always give themselves the most burnt one. Why? Women especially are dreadful at this. We put ourselves last. When you're on a plane, put your own mask on first. You need to be putting your mask on before you are able and equipped to save anyone else's life. Your life literally depends on you keeping your mental vessel and your physical vessel in tip-top shape. And we do not. We miss meals. We eat scraps off the kids' plate. We exhaust ourselves trying to be and do everything for everybody all of the time. And then when the wheels come off, we wonder why we feel overwhelmed and stressed. Why do we do it? So here's some things I'm going to tell you that you need to do. Because literally, looking after yourself is your job. That is one of the most important things. The most important thing. Because if you can't take care of from top to bottom, hello, Telly. You are going to burn out. You are a fuel that eventually will completely burn away. And if you aren't taking care of yourself, you've got nothing to give other people. And I've said that to my friends so many times. You are no good to anyone if you are on fumes. You are no good to yourself, to your family, to your friends, to you, if you are not taking care of yourself. And if you struggle with that, if you are someone who, the phrase mum guilt bugs me. And this is no shade to fathers. You never hear dad guilt. Why is that not a thing? Oh, I've got so much mum guilt. I do not have mum guilt. I used to when the kids were small, and I was like, everything I do is for them. Why would I feel guilty about it? And when I go away or have some time with my friends, that's me being my human, independent, adult person self. Why would I ever feel guilty for living my life just a little bit for me? Because we're conditioned that we should not. And that mum guilt nonsense comes from the idea that you should come last. This idea that you should be the last thing on your list, and yet you are the thing that keeps everything going. So if the front of the train's broken down, the rest of the carriages aren't going. Do you see what I am saying? Self-care, mindset. I need you to get on this and think, right, what can I do? And if you're struggling with that, and I get that, I heard this recently and it really resonated. If you struggle to take care of yourself as a grown-up, if putting yourself first is so difficult, if if you have conditioned the mum guilt and the adult guilt and the, you know, I need to come last and I'm number 17 on the list, and you know, if you don't get the analogy that you are the front of the train and you're going to keep it running and I'm the only train here, like it's just me and some teenagers and a load of cats, so like if my wheels fall off, let me tell you, nothing happens. But if you are struggling with that, I want you to take care of 5-year-old you. Try that. Don't worry about 44-year-old you. She's fine. She's a grown-up and she knows how to cook pasta. 5-year-old you needs you. Imagine if somebody handed you a 5-year-old tomorrow and was like, go. They need you. You would do everything in your power. Everything that you had, every tool. You would work harder. You would take on a second job. You would go out of your way to care for that child. That's you. You are that 5-year-old child. You are still, and I say it to my kids, and some people are more grown-ups than others, and I get that. I'm a child that's been here longer. I'm a 44-year-old child. I've just been alive longer than my kids. I know more things because I've had more life experience, but I'm not a grown-up. Hello, Cole. Here he comes. So I have to think of myself like, how would I care for another child? Because if I need this child to keep going, like, I'm going to... Did you shut the door? No, you didn't.
I did.
Okay.
Small better.
Okay. I love that I'm not editing these. 5-year-old you needs 44-year-old you as much as 44-year-old you needs 44-year-old you. She needs kindness and compassion and her time and a good, healthy mental space and positive words and great nutrition. You deserve all of those things. And if you struggle with giving that to adult you, I need you to think, right, you were given a child once upon a time to take care of for the rest of its life. It is you. You are the child you were given the task of caring for forever. Here's a child you take care of until you die. That's me. My job is to care for myself for the rest of my life. Through growing up, I then became a parent and now my kids need me less, but I will still be their mum, but I still have to keep me going all the time until the day I die, to eat well, to take care of myself, to work out when I can, to keep my mind right, to do the things that keep my brain in a healthy space. So I need you to promise me, please take care of yourself. Please. Like your life depends on it, put yourself first, because it literally does. But that's not self-care. But that's hygiene. Going for a walk, not self-care. Candles, lovely, not self-care. Reading a book that gives you joy, doing nothing without guilt is self-care. Going for a manicure, having a massage on a Wednesday, having a swim on a Thursday afternoon, something that genuinely gives you pleasure without it being part of a functional everyday activity. That is self-care. I love going for massages. I love going for a coffee by myself. And it's a basic thing, but it's like just time away. I'd love to travel. I love to travel. I like playing on my Switch. That's a really childish thing to do. I really, really enjoy it. But I need you to find the moments where you are caring for yourself like your life depends on it, because if your wheels come off, the whole thing's being derailed, babe. So I'm going to leave you with that. I've been me. I've been weird. I'm Katie. It's lovely to meet you. You've been you. And as per usual, you have just been the most fantastic. And I will catch you tomorrow. Bye, loves.